The natural language processing is going to extract the user's intent from text to audio input and translate it into the structured data here. NLP is made possibly by machine learning, which is used to train computers and understand the language plausibly. The term conversational AI refers to the technologies like virtual assistants or chatbots that can talk to the people, basically answer the questions. Good morning and welcome to the first session, Chapter 5, Unit 1, 3rd semester B.Ba, Artificial Intelligence, where we are speaking about conversational AI. Now, what is conversational AI? The term conversational AI refers to the technologies like virtual assistants or chatbots that can talk to the people, basically answer the questions. All of us know that in the modern world, whenever you're opening a banking app or a financial app, or it might be even about some educational app, you will automatically get a pop-up with a chatbot which will come and say, "May I help you?" So primarily, a conversational AI is more on to the closer interaction between the user and the system. It describes the various methods of enabling computers to carry on the conversation with a human. Now, one of the most common applications of conversational AI is the chatbot, now which is used in NLP to interpret inputs and carry on the conversation. There are other applications that include virtual assistants, customer service, chatbots, and that of the voice assistants. So let's have a look into how does this work all together. It is actually driven by the deep machine learning and the neural networks, and which is actually a typical conversational flow here. An interface that allows the user to input text. So let me type in what I want. So I want to know about the course called MBA in a college, or an automatic speech recognition. I can even talk to the system and say, "Please let me know about MBA program." And it converts the speech into the text. So this is the first step that we are trying to do there. The natural language processing is going to extract the user's intent from text to audio input and translate it into the structured data here. Now, the natural language processing system that's going to be here is going to use the grammar, context, and everything. It's going to comprehend the intent and entity to act as a dialogue management. So it's going to talk about what it is all about to check out the appropriate responses. So once you have asked the question will be interpreted in a text format, and from which the flow would start coming downwards. Then the entities recognize what is the person asking about. It is once getting into that specific location, that specific word, you recognize it, and then you start getting the answers in the dialog box. Now, how does it typically work? Now, look at this. A person is trying to ask about change in the flight itinerary. It is listening, the system listens, then the natural language will comprehend. You will form a dialog box there. The response is formed. Natural language offering a response. Now comes, "Sure, I can help you to change the flight." So you can see that a basic question like this, what happens is that it would be first converted to a speech recognition model using them to the NLP dialog box. From there, the natural language will generate the response and the user will be able to get what exactly they want to be, the query to be resolved altogether. Now, what are the components? There are 5 core components of AI that will enable the computer to understand. The first one is called as the NLP. NLP, as we have understood and we have studied, it's the ability of computer to understand human language and respond in a way that's natural for humans. It involves understanding the meaning of words, ideas, structure of sentences, as well as able to understand and handle the idiomatic expressions and slang. So whatever languages, whatever way we are speaking, it's going to come into it. NLP is made possibly by machine learning, which is used to train computers and understand the language plausibly. So this is very, very easy for all of us to get in, try to understand how does it work and start processing the things all together. Now let's start moving further in terms of understanding the components. What are the components here? The machine learning. Machine learning is a field of artificial intelligence that we are talking about that enables the computer to learn from the data without being explicitly programmed. Machine learning algorithms automatically improve their performance as they are more exposed to the data. Machine learning is used to train computers to understand their own language as well as recognize the patterns in the data. It's used to create models on how different the data works. So it's basically a conversion text practice that we are getting into it. A text analysis. Text analysis is a process of extracting information from the text data altogether. So this involves analyzing, identifying the parts of a sentence such as subject, object, and every other factor. This also includes identifying the different types of word sentence such as noun, verbs, adjectives. So every single part of the verb is going to be understood and taken into position, and then we start getting into this analysis factor altogether. So that's where this is going to become a very, very important factor here. Now, a text analysis is used to understand the meaning of sentences as well as the relationship between different words. It's also used to identify the topic of the text sentiment, whether it is positive or negative in nature. You also have a system or a software called as computer vision, which has the ability of the computer to interpret and understand the digital language. This also involves identifying different objects in an image as well as the location, orientation, and so many other factors. Computer vision is used to identify the contents of an image, use the relationship between both of them. It's also used to interpret emotions in photos to understand the context of a photo. So all these factors, this entire thing is going to be put inside here, where we're going to see that we're going to understand the contextual framework of how a word is formed, framed, how it is identified, where we are taking it forward, how we are going to analyze this text altogether, whether it is a positive, negative relationship. All these things are being identified for a conversational AI. Now, speech recognition, as we have spoken about, this is the concept that's very important for us to understand the human speech. Involves recognizing different sounds spoken in a sentence as well as that of the grammar and syntax. Speech recognition is also used to convert words into text, understand the meaning of the words. It's also used to interpret the emotions of the people who are speaking in the video, understand the context of the conversation. So this is very, very important. Why? Because speech recognition is used to convert the words into the text format. That's more important, and that it's highly important for us to understand, take it forward in terms of the factors. Now, how to create a conversation? You have to make a case, understand the requirement. You need to make the system understand what is a requirement, what is a query, which kind of queries will work, how it needs to work, what are all the factors here. It might be a sad situation, it might be a serious situation, it might be just a query, or it might be a one-word answer. So you have to create that conversational case altogether and then create a platform in such a way that each and every platform will have its own toolkit. Try to recognize that toolkit, try to understand it, and then take it forward. Now, this is there. First, we have to build a prototype. Once we create a prototype, we build it on the platform. We'll start deploying and test your chatbot. We'll start seeing whether it's able to understand the question and give back the correct answer altogether. Optimize and improve the chat box. Yes, it will start optimizing it. It'll start understanding how it has been working, how it has been taking forward altogether. With all that, finally, we will be also able to understand how it is going forward, tweaking the algorithms, and then we get a final picture of the response. With this, I come to the end of this particular session. I hope and believe that all the factors that have been spoken here would be of a great use to you, both in terms of practical as well as in the daily walk of life. In the upcoming sessions, we will be trying to understand more about the various process of AI. But until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay enlightened forever. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful session.